Hello, my beautiful, beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm excited you're here. As always, happy to have each and every one of you watch, whether you're new or returning. I'm excited. So anyway, welcome. I love you guys. Can't wait to show you what I have today. I'm going to show you the finished pieces from the last video. There weren't any new ones. I didn't have time to do them. But this video, I'm going to be sharing how to make a flip-flop journal. So, first thing I want you to do is to get some things, right? I want you to grab junk mail. Or you can grab some regular blank envelopes. If this is all you have. Now, these came from Dollar Tree in the U.S., Dollar General, I think, in Canada, and I don't know about elsewhere what you guys have, okay? So, wherever you can get some inexpensive envelopes, okay? So that we can make this flip-flop journal. Now, I've got quite a few, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those in just a minute. I'm going to push those off to the side. And as you can see, it's late in the day, so I hope we don't lose our light. I'm going to show you how to make this flip-flop journal. Now, I'm going to pull out and I've numbered them because this way I know where each section goes. Now, in your flip-flops, you can have as many signatures as you would like. It's totally up to you, right? So there we go. I don't want the pages falling out, so I'm going to actually clip them closed because I've worked really hard. You guys worked with me one day getting these together. So in mine, I have 3 big signatures and 1 little one, anywhere from 6 to 8 pages, all right? So I'm going to stop for just a minute. So these were the tags we did last time. Aren't they cute? This is the finished one, and I just added a bit of bling. That's all I did. And this one I added a little bling, and this one has a little bit of bling. So they stay the same, and there are a pocket there and a pocket here. So it's a double pocket tag is what it is, right? A double pocket tag. So that's what I've made. I wanted to show those to you so I can put them away. But I'm going to probably make a few more. So if I do make more, I'll show you my next video, whenever that will be. All right. So what we want is this is the flip-flop journal. It is made from 4 envelopes. So go get your envelopes. Stop the video, go get your envelopes so you can do this with me. But this is the smaller envelope. And then we have one. It opens out like this. It's really flat once you put it all together. And I'm going to show you how to make this flat part and then how you fold it. Now, the first one is a pocket. You can either have a pocket here or up here. I chose to do the upper pocket. And this is where your first signature would go. Well, technically, this is your first signature, which is your little one, would tuck in there. This is your second signature, and it would tuck in here. You're going to fold it up. Then you're going to have these pieces, and you're going to fold that in and that in. So it does this. Now you can put your here, or you can put it back here, whatever you want to do. So this will be number 3 for me. I'm going to close that because I'm going to use this to do pockets and all kinds of fun things. Okay, so that's it. Then you flip it over, and here's this one. Okay. So again, now I'll show you this once the envelopes are blank where these would go, okay? I'll do that again. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now you can watch this over and over and over, right? Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but I can't explain this any simpler than I'm doing it. Neither can Leslie, who created these things. Leslie at 507 Willow House Journals. She has one too. I think I do mine a bit different than hers, so that it was easy for me, okay? All right. Now, this is the one I just created. This is your... Okay, I do need to leave that out so I can show you, right? I think I'll take out the signatures because I think that part really doesn't matter to you guys. Because you're going to put however many in you want. You may only want to have 2 signatures and not 4. This little one's sort of a faux signature. All right. So here's our little, right? And there's our first envelope. Then we're going to open it. Now, I have a pocket here. I can close this up and cut it open at the top like I did here, or I can leave it open on the side, cover it, and we're fine. Then you have this, see? Close it, flip it over, Well, not completely. Okay, so this is the back side, and this is the back side. I just confused you, didn't I? So we have 1, 2, 3, folds it out, close it, open it. Okay, so that's this right here. And then when you go like this, you're back to your original cover. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you put this together. So you start with little envelope on big envelope, which we'll do in a minute. You have that one, folds out, close it, flip it open. That's your fourth. It looks complicated. It is not, because technically all it is flat like this and flat like that. Okay, and it's just envelopes connected. It's how you fold them that gives you the flip. Okay, it's not actually how you put them together. It's how you fold them that gives you your flip-flop journal. Okay, that allows you to flop it over and over and have your journal. All right, so this is what it looks like on one side. And when you flip it over, this is what it looks like on the other side. Okay, I had it all mixed around before. I thought this was easier just working on. Now, I'm going to recommend that in your junk mail, you do not use one that has this in it, because that means you have to do a lot of extra covering. Look for your envelopes that are all white inside, your junk envelopes, if you can. Otherwise, you're going to have to do a bunch of covering, and you don't want to do that, right? It's a lot of extra work. Okay, so I'm going to move that. How we're going to do this now, and I have to trim this because this actually doesn't belong on here. Because it's going to affect how it closes if I leave that there. All right, so, because I want it to be able to close. It's kind of an accordion is what it is, but it's technically flat when you start. And I'm going to show you how you get all that flat, all right? I'm going to try. Okay, this is a blank envelope. I've actually got an extra envelope here, and I don't want to confuse you on that just yet. Okie dokie. Now, you're going to need a little paper cutter. And I'm doing this because my mat is coming apart, and it's causing me problems, so I just thought I would put it, I need to replace it. Okay, so we have one smaller envelope, and we have 3 larger envelopes. Try to get them all the same height. Believe it or not, even though you think they're all the same, a lot of times there's a little tiny 1/8 of an inch, you know, up there. But we can cut one of those out. So, you know, that's not a big deal. All right. So let's see what we can do here. All right. We're going to take this little envelope and we're going to put it to the side. We're going to pick one envelope to start with, and we're going to have 2 more. All right. Try to use envelopes that aren't too damaged on the edges. You need those. Those are important, so we don't want to damage them. So we're going to take our first envelope. You can see there's writing on this side. You're going to flip it over where you see the envelope flap, right? Okay, that's the first thing you're going to see. Now, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because I want to be able to move things around. You can use your glue stick or whatever you want. But because I'm doing this on video, I want to be able to move things in case I mess up. So we're going to take that first flap, and we are actually going to glue that flap in. Doesn't need a ton. It doesn't have to be put down really hard. You just need to glue it inside without closing the envelope so that the envelope is open. All right. And you can use whatever you want to smooth it down. Okay, I'm going to put that up there. Now, you're going to get another envelope. It shouldn't be too hard. And what you want to do is you want to open this envelope. So we're going to open each end, and I mean barely take anything off, because if you take too much off, these envelopes are going to not fit together. They all have to be the same height. Okay, so just take the bare, I don't even know if I got enough there, minimum off. I took too much, so I'm going to have an issue if I take too much off. All right, now look at your envelope opens like this. You're going to flip it around. So this flap faces this opening right here, okay? I want you to do that next. You're going to make it face that opening, okay? And you're going to have your technically front of your envelope. The inside should be facing you, the white side where you don't see anything. And you're going to stuff that is in here right on top of where you just closed the other flap. We're going to take the outside here, the outside, not the inside, the outside. Do this with me. You can start over and over and over if you need to. Run your video back and forth if you got to. Put glue on it. Now you're going to get it inside the envelope and you're going to glue it down to the other flap. Do not glue it to the top. And you want to get it in there, and you want these two little, it needs to be able to close. So make sure it can close. That's why I'm using a glue that moves around. Don't use your glue that moves. Don't, because it's going to make it hard on you. Okay, so we've got our first pocket. See what we've got? Printed on that side, plain on this side. We just tucked that little flap inside there and glued it down. All right, we're going to leave it. Now, we've got another envelope. This is our last one. This is our third one. Because that's 1, 2. Here's the third envelope. And we're going to open the end again, just like we just did. Barely open, you know, you don't want to lose too much off the end or it won't match up with this one. You're going to be doing a lot of cutting and you don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see if I got it. Did I open it? I didn't think I did. I figured I was being a little too stingy with the blade. Okay. There we go. Now it's open. All right, it's open. So, again, you notice all the flaps, this one's there, but this flap and that flap are facing to the left, okay? You're going to put it underneath, just right underneath this one with the pointy edges. Now, you may not have these pointy edges depending upon your envelopes. Like this one, when opened, it doesn't have that pointy. It has a flatter envelope. And I'll do one if you would like with those. The reason I didn't is because they're so plain. There's no way to show you front from back. You're going to be confused, you know. So we're going to glue again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue on here. I'm going to put it kind of where the old glue, where you would have licked it, you know, sides and everything. And I'm going to put it under here. And we're going to make the point fit in this fold, okay? We're going to make it fit. You want them to be even here and even here. Okay, and you're going to have to, I might have to stick my head in here. Hopefully I don't, because I'm a hot mess, so I haven't done my hair today. Just in a headband. And you're going to glue it down. You notice how on this side, all of our printing is. But we're going to cover this all up, so it doesn't matter, right? Not at all. Not even a little bit. So I'm just going to make sure it's glued down. Doesn't matter what this looks like. We're going to cover this. So you could keep the envelope, the window if you'd like. I did in my first one, but I decided I didn't need to do that again. I noticed I had a little rip over here, so I'm going to do a little, see if I can fix that at all. No, I can't. So I'll have to fix it with the paper when I cover it, right? All right. Now, you are going to cut off this little tiny edge. You need it to be a little more straight. Okay. Because we need this to fold and to fold, right? So we're going to have to do that. Now, naturally, this wants to fold in, which is fine. I would want this to be straight. So I would, because my other envelope was not this way, the one, you notice here, this one is straight. I don't have this like V. So what I'm going to do is, oh goodness. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten this one out. So you get a chance to see both ways. The other one was flat on that envelope. Every envelope's different. These junk mail envelopes are not the same. I don't think this is going to fit under this blade. I think I may have to take it over to Big Bertha, but I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get it under here. Come on, baby. You can do it. I know you can. I know you fit. I know you do. Okay, so we're going to get it right there against the top because it's kind of, and then I want to get it to where it's straight. So there we go. Now that's going to make it shorter, which is fine. We've got plenty of room, and we can do this as a pocket or a belly band. I like to add a belly band right here, or you can do a side tuck right here, whatever you want. You can pull these off, but be very careful because if you rip it, you're not going to be a happy camper. Sometimes I just glue them back on and leave them there. Whatever comes off, comes off. What it doesn't come off, doesn't come off. It'll be fine. Okay. So, all right. Now, this is the beginning of your flip-flop. You've got it all glued together. So we're going to start from this side. We're going to close this. Okay. We're going to close this because we're going to have a tuck and a tuck. But we need another one in the back. So we're going to close this, but we're going to fold that one backwards. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3. Did you see what I did? We're going to close it to the left, close it to the left, close it to the right, fold it in half backwards to the back. Saw what I did? Go to the back. So you're going to have 1, 2, flip it over, 3. Do you see what I did? All I did was flip it over. I didn't do anything funny. So when you have this, I'll do it one more time. You should be able to get this. Fold it once, fold it in twice, fold it in once. See, they kind of overlap. Don't worry about it. Fold it backwards. Okay, this is how I do it. So you're going to have 1, 2, flip it all the way over, 3. It's just a matter of figuring it out. It's not difficult. Okay, so when we have it out, pocket, fold it up because you're going to put a signature here. This is extra. Close it. You're going to put a signature here. So you're going to close it again because you want to have a signature. You're going to fold it in half back. Put these two backwards. See, my hands are still on them. Flip it over. See where my hands are? That is where your third one goes. This is where everybody gets confused, is this one right here. All right. Now, you're like, well, what about the little envelope? Well, what about it? Let's see what I do with it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it. Now, you can take your flap and put it over here on this fold if you want. See, this is the front, right? This is your front where your pocket is. Look for your pocket. You can put it on this side, cover it up with paper, right? So it'll open this way. Or you can flip it over and put it on this side and cover it up with paper. Traditionally, I like this backwards thing and then opening it, but sometimes I like it to be open. But again, I like the backwards thing. So I'm going to go this way, I think. This is the pocket one. We're going to glue it on. And then once I close this, if I close it all completely and I don't leave it open to put anything in, I'll open it up here, right? So where do I want to do it? You can keep it at the bottom. You can put it at the top. I kind of put it up, leave a little space at the bottom so I can see what's underneath. Move it up a little, not quite to half, okay? And I glue this down. I hope this is simple enough for you guys. I really do. I felt so bad when the lady told me she wasn't going to make one because she couldn't figure it out. I don't think she was being particularly nice, but she might have been. I don't know. It's like, well, I guess I'm not going to make it because I can't figure it out. It's too confusing. Okay, well, hopefully I've made it simple. I can't make it any simpler. There is absolutely no way for me to make it any simpler than that. I've showed you over and over. You're going to glue like right there, leave this open and cut it here, or you're going to leave it open here, just cover this right here and leave this open. It's up to you, but there's a pocket here. This one will also get a pocket. You can either leave it open on the side. I generally open it here or here. I close this up completely and I leave it open in one of those two places. It kind of just depends on the paper I'm using. So, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, so it's ta-da, 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 ta-da. Just like I taught you, flip it over, and that's your fourth and final one. So, here we go again. All right, I'll show you one more time. I'm not trying to treat you like you're stupid, but I want to make sure everybody understands. Okay, so this is this. See, it's closed. I closed it. It is open up here at the top. That's where I've left it open. I go one like this. See how that's open? I closed it. I cut it open at the top. So there's your page. Flip it over. Okay, so you see this is the fold. This is the fold. This is closed completely. It's just completely closed. Okay. It's not open. It's glued down. Okay. And then you have this that opens. Flip it up. And there's that. Now, if you turn it over, you're right back to your front page. See? So if you're confused about where to put the other one, just look for your front page and open it. And that should give you number 4. So if I were putting it in this one, it would go here. It would go, one would go here. See, you can see the raw one, right? We've opened it. Now you can put one here if you want. You can put one right there and close it, but I find it catches in the corner, so I always put it here. And then you're going to open it. Oop, there it is. There's the opening. It's on the front and that side. And I put one in there. There we go. See, it's loaded. You got 2 there, 1 back there, and the baby. I call it the baby. This is the baby. This is the baby. So I would use bigger papers on this one because that's a bigger envelope than, say, this one. See, this is a very little envelope. I have envelopes like, you just wanted a smaller envelope, however you want to do it, right? So there you have it. It looks confusing, but it isn't. Just think it through. Play it over and over and over. I've done it like 5 times. I'm hoping those of you who couldn't figure it out that was not as confusing, but there is no other simpler way to do this. I've tried about four videos, and this is the simplest I could make it. And Leslie couldn't make it any simpler either. So, I mean, this is just, she made this up, and then I changed it a little bit because I like it. I want it one there and one there, and I wanted one in the middle back there. So this is the Laurette version of these, and I've got another one here. You know, I've got them here. So this is my version. Now, if you want to see, let's see, is this one glued together? No, not yet. This one, I'm going to add one more extra pocket in the front. So I'm going to add, I'm actually going to put the pocket that way and this way to create a different kind of a flip-flop. I've got to glue it together. I don't have it glued together yet. But it's just the same thing. I'm just adding one more pocket. You can add more stuff. That's the thing. You can keep building it out till it's just humongous. Totally up to you. If you want to use one of these, let me see how much time I have, if I have time to explain it one more time or not. 22. Oh, yeah. We can do it. One more time. Okay, so we're going to need 3 envelopes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 envelopes. And these are the business envelopes. These are 4 1/8 by 9 1/2 or 10.4 centimeters by 24.1 centimeter. For those of you who are in Europe. Those of you on the metric system, which we can't do here, we're all dumb. So I couldn't figure it out. They were trying to teach it in school, but of course they didn't teach us till high school. And of course we're set with the other way. And then this is going to be my smaller envelope. Okay, and this one is 3 5/8 inches by 6 1/2 or 9.2 centimeters by 16.5 centimeters. See? I think you're getting this in there, aren't you? Oh, maybe not. I hope you could see all that and I wasn't too high. Oh gosh, I'm going to go look at this and figure out I did it wrong, right? I'll try to do this one down here in case I was too high and you couldn't see. My goodness, that could have happened. I didn't even realize it. I'm not used to working without stuff up there. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have our little envelope, set it off to the side. We're going to take an envelope, right? And we need to have it open, flap to the right. In this case, glue or unpeel. I'm going to unpeel. Yay, I don't have to use glue on this. Hee-hee. I don't know how good this is, but it's going to be covered with paper, so it really doesn't have to have like a major gluing. I don't think it's necessary. Now, if you want to leave this open, you may want to open it right here and line it and then close it back up before you do any more. So if you want to line it, this would be the time to do it, is to open it up and put whatever lining in. If you're using a white envelope or anything white, it's going to be much easier, right? Now you're going to take another envelope. Remember that flap? We're going to turn it around. We want the flap to go to the left. In other words, it's going to, this one to the right, this one to the left. And we're going to, oops, no, we're not. Ooh, I forgot to open it, guys. Yikes. I may have to get another envelope. Hold on, see if I can put this back on. Eek. Ow, I just cut my hand. Ow, ow, ow. I'm on blood thinner, so I have to be careful. Yikes. Okay, hopefully it's not going to bleed all over. Oh my. Okay, anyway. Barely open it. Remember what I said, barely open it. Okay. Now it's open. Ta-da! Okay, now turn it around. Now we have this. And we're going to flip it upside down because it's going to be easier to work with it. Ow. Okay. Because we need to glue this flap. See, so the inside. No, I want the inside here. What did I do? How did I do that? Ow, ow, ow. Oh, I know. I'm going to bend it backwards. No. How did I? I'm trying to do this without an envelope that's not, oh, I can't use the sticker because it's going the wrong way. Oh, that's why I'm having a problem. Ignore the sticker now. Keep it covered. Keep that covered because we don't want it to, we're going to put the glue on this side. Aye, that's why. Oh, ow. Darn paper cuts hurt. I could cut my hand off. It wouldn't hurt as much as that darn paper cut. You know that? What is it with that? I guess it's because we have pain receptors right on the surface. Now, these are Dollar Tree, and they're super duper thin. Like, the junk mail envelopes are way better. So, we're going to get that up there so it'll still. I want to make sure that that's going to close. And we're going to be able to pull this forward a little bit. I got it crooked. Be careful you don't get it crooked. Ow, you guys, that really hurt. Okay, so we have our pockets open. I'm sorry if I confused you. Now, we don't need, I'm going to leave it for the moment because it's going to confuse me if I take it off. We're going to open this one. So basically you want to open 2 envelopes and leave one closed, or open it and line it and close it. Okay. I don't know how else to say that. If this is too confusing, I give up. Oh, the third one's harder because I'm trying to do a white envelope. Get it? It's just very difficult to do this white envelope. Now, I want this to be, trying to figure out how to do this so that, oh, okay. See this little thing? We're not going to cut that off. We're not going to cut it off. And in this case, you would glue this flap. In my case, I'm just going to use the sticky this time. And I'm going to put the edge up to the fold, but not over the fold. I got a ripple. Oh no, I got the wrinkle. What are we going to do? Got a wrinkle. Yikes. Oh well. It doesn't matter. We're going to cover it anyway, but I really didn't want one. I think I'd stick with the glue. Don't use those stupid glue things. Now this one, we don't need this, so we're going to cut this off. The reason I only went to the edge of that is so that it will close. See, we need to close it. If I cut these off and move it in, it won't close right. You'll have to refold the envelope. I want to use the folds that are already there. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so I know that these are sticking up, so they're going to need glue. I'm going to need glue in this area. Yep, there we go. Are you seeing this, or was I too high again? Gosh, I don't think I was high, but I'll check the video first. If it was bad, I'll toss it. If not, it was okay and you saw it, right? So I'll watch it before I put it up. I'm hoping this is the day after Thanksgiving video. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. Otherwise, I hope you had a wonderful week and you're getting ready for your weekend. I think you should be seeing this on a Friday. So, all right, there you have it again. We've got you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 sections. Close that first one. Close the second one. Hopefully it closes and you didn't get it too close. If you did, you can sort of push it back a little bit manually with your hand. Move it back to the crease. And then take your bone folder and kind of rebend it. Refold it so that you can do that, okay? Now, this is your open, so you're going to fold it to the middle. So we've gone fold, fold. We've gone fold, right? Remember that middle where they kind of bump each other? Now, you can see this is not even. Got me a problem. because I was not careful with this. I cut this more than I cut that. I could cut it off to make it even and just close it. You can do that if it bugs you, right? Do what you want to do. But remember, so this is 1, 2, 1. Fold it backwards, right? Flip it back to your front. This is your front. So your pocket, this folds out to the pocket, right? Okay, and then this is the back one. All right, now, because this is your front, you're going to take your small envelope. Where did I put that small one? I'm always throwing things around. This is ridiculous. Okay. You can really mess yourself up on these, honestly. Once you get them the way you want them, paper clip them so they don't move around. Seriously. And then number them, just with pencil lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, fold. Whatever you need to do to know what you need to do next is what you want to do. Because this is all white is the reason I didn't start with this. It's so hard to see. It really is. This one, I'm just going to take this fold over here and I'm going to put it on there. You can put it on after you cover it if you want. You don't have to put it on now. You could cover it all up and then put it on last if you would like. So it's easier to cover this part. Totally up to you however you want to do it. This is the last thing you're going to do is to put this little baby on here. He's really small compared to the others. Now this is really tall. I could see myself cutting this up and making it shorter. Or fixing the bottom and closing it again. And I may do that, honestly, you know. It gets out of whack, but it doesn't matter because you're going to put paper and then you're going to put your, remember, junk journal. Then you're going to put your paper and you're going to put your signatures in here and it's going to be covered up. So it's totally up to you. There's going to be lace and all kinds of goodies on it. So it's up to you. So I have 1, 2, I have 3 new flip-flop journals ready to go. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Did it help? Could you make one? Did you have trouble? Replay it over and over. I tried really hard not to confuse you, and then I felt like I confused myself. So, I think, I'm like, okay, it's really hard to teach this. It is very, very difficult. So someone's being critical. Keep in mind, this is the most difficult thing to teach because it is flip it over and over. But if you keep it simple, if you remember to yourself, it is one big flat piece of paper. It is 1, 2, 3 envelopes plus that one and flipped over. And it is just a matter of going fold, fold, excuse me, fold it in half. So you want to fold this away from this, right? And that gives you your fourth, your little back flip. If you wanted, now I'm really going to confuse you. If you wanted, you go fold, 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 right? You have this. You could choose to go this way, but you're not going to get anything real exciting. So you want to go like that so you can have your small. You just always want to push that back. Okay. All right, you guys, I've exhausted myself. So hopefully this was helpful. I am getting ready to work in this. This is a Christmas journal. So I would like to get it sewn in. My next thing is to sew everything in and do some decorating and maybe get it out before Christmas, but I can't guarantee it. If I do end up selling it, it will not be there before Christmas, I don't think. So, but if you would like it for next year or just because you love it and you want to have it, you know, that's up to you. But there you have it. I've got a bunch now that I can just use when I want to. And I can make all the little goodies I want to make, you know. So I actually have that other one. I want to glue that envelope on there before I forget. I liked this one and I like the idea of having one more. See, that's that cover. There's my cover. And I like the idea of, oh, I don't have this even glued together yet. Oh, this one isn't put together. Well, never mind. I'll do that another time. I thought I had it all together. Oh, my goodness. Well, there will be 4 when I'm done, right? And I can make as many of these as I want throughout the year. They're a lot to decorate, though. I mean, it's a lot of decorating, you know, because most of our ephemera doesn't fit. I have to keep in mind when I'm making ephemera now that I want things at about 3.5 because I think these pages just end up being about 4 1/8. You know, they're really only going to be, yeah, not quite 4 1/8, 4 1/4. You know, they're not going to quite be very big. So I wouldn't make anything over 4 inches, you know, 3 3/4 is as big as I'd make your ephemera. So if you make some ephemera that throughout the year, that size, you know it'll fit in here and it'll not be a problem for you. But I usually theme these, so, you know, that wouldn't help. So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. You all have a wonderful week and weekend. I should say have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.